up, my fellow gamers? Custom Card Weekly is pushed to tomorrow because, well, I mean, the Shadowverse Omen of the 10 mini expansion's coming out, and I feel like enough cards have been revealed now, officially on the Twitter here, that I can talk about them without the video being too short. And frankly, I'd rather talk about the mini expansion cards, and you'd rather hear me talk about the mini expansion cards than anything else right now. So let's just jump into it. First up, New Order, 6 Portal Craft Legendary, Fanfare, banish all cards in your deck, then put 10 Mystic, 10 Radiant, and 10 Prime artifacts into your deck. This is a meme, right? I mean, you're banishing your whole deck, and some of these artifacts aren't even that great unless you have stuff to support it, like the Primes. They're super slow. Getting Radiance off the top is pretty cool. They all work with the Crystal Cannon, but I don't think that's going to be a thing, right? Like, you play Crystal Cannon on 5, or on 4, and then on 5, and then on 6 you play New Order. You're doing nothing for 3 turns, and then you die. So maybe a good meme, but not so great competitively. And I think people are looking at 6.66 and going, oh, that's pretty good, right? I mean, Hulking Giant is 6.66, right? Angelic Noble is a 6.66, so I'm not sold. This seems like a fun meme that you can dick around with Crystal Cannons and, you know, just banishing your entire deck for funsies. But probably not going to be anything resembling competitive. Moving on, we got Lyrial Archer Throne. Goddamn, Lyrial got an upgrade. Now a gold card, 4play.33. Fanfare enhanced 7. Until the end of the opponent's turn, give all allies the following effect: reduce damage from spells and effects to 0. Ooh. The bad thing about that is, I guess, that, you know, getting hit by a Guild Least buff Shadow board is still gonna happen no matter what class you are. That's upsetting. But still, not a bad effect to counter stuff like Giant Chimera and Sorcery, and it's for everybody now, not just people who have access to, like, you know, nilpotent entities and Alexials and all that. So you can save this for when you think they're going to drop Chimera or Sorcery, and it could be a cool thing. Evolve on 4.33, deal 2 damage to an enemy. That's pretty good as an Evolve effect, hey? Gains full stats, and deals 2 damage to any enemy? That's not too bad. That's not too shabby. I think this card is pretty solid. Interesting tech, for sure. Holy Lion of Salvation. God, look at this boy. He's chained up and everything, but he's looking pretty pleased about it. 4play.25 for Havencraft Legendary. Accelerate 1, put a Holy Lion Crystal into your hand, ward, and evolve, put a Holy Lion Crystal into your hand and change its cost to 0. I think this card is going to be absolutely staple in Holy Lion decks, right? I mean, more Holy Lions is better, for sure, no matter what, if you're playing Holy Lion, and this adds consistency to that. You can take out some of the bad cards that are running that deck and put this one in instead. The fact that it's also a 4play.47 with ward on the evolved turn that summons a 2/2 is amazing, or higher even, is really good. And the fact that it isn't just a dead 2/5 with ward if you don't have evolved points left, because you can just accelerate it for more crystals. This card is both flexible and, I think, will play a key component in Holy Lion Crystal decks. It's just a shame that that deck used to be so budget, man. What happened? Now we're playing Alexial, and we're playing Holy Lion of Salvation now. Oof. The cost of lines is going up, man. Giant's Bane Swordsman. 5play.55 for Swordcraft. Gold Officer. Fanfare, destroy an enemy follower with at least 6 attack. I'm getting Taste My Blade of Resentment flashbacks here a little bit. I don't know, seems like a pretty okay card. Maybe to counter Jerry, or even in a Jerry Swordcraft deck, but pretty niche effect here. It's really bad against opponents who aim to go wider. Of course, it is a 5.55, but again, that's just a beat stick, right? I don't know. Seems like it'd be like a one-of in a Jerry deck, but yeah, I'm not convinced about this one. Next up is Orichalcum Golem. 5play.55, another 5play.55, here we go. Accelerate 1, Earthright, randomly perform one of the following: summon a Clay Golem, put a Veridic Ritual into your hand, or deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. So one of these 3. Repeat for any remaining Earth Sigil Amulets in play. Last word, summon 2 Earth Essences, put an Orichalcum Golem into your hand and change its cost to 7. Huh. So the Accelerate 1 kind of, it incentivizes just going all in on the board, and then you won't be starved for Dirt Eaters with good effects. The randomness is but they're pretty similar in terms of impact with effect. Clay Golem Verdict Ritual deals 2 damage to the enemy leader. But it's a bit more RNG there in Runecraft. But I do like the idea of just spamming the board with Earthrights and then playing Orichalcum Golem and going off at least 4 times. Or at max 4 times, I should say. If you have 4 Earth Essences on the board and nothing to do with them at that point, I don't know what kind of state your board is in, but regardless. The last words is interesting because it has permanence here. Like it summons 2 Earth Essences by itself, and then it gives you another one, so it's like infinite value. The other one is costed 7, so it's a bit more expensive. It's not as inherently infinite value as you might think when first looking at it, but the fact that it summons perpetually means that you can combo this with other effects that require Earth Essences to be on the board over the course of the game instead of just for one-off effects. What comes to mind here for me specifically is Truthseeker Faust, right? You could have like a pretty fun deck where you just spam Orichalcum Golems and then Truthseeker Faust over and over again. I don't think that'll be good, because the game seems like it's a little OTK focused at the moment, dealing massive storm and massive burst damage at any one point in time. That, you know, just spamming Faust over and over might not be a thing if you're just gonna just keep having a beat stick that pops up every time. But alongside the Accelerate and the fact that it has a bit of permanence, I think this is a pretty cool card, if not a bit slow. It's definitely a card you probably have to build around and make your deck focused on just getting some good value out of Orichalcum Golem, or get a lot more support from Earthright in general to be competitive, especially in rotation. But I like the effect a lot. I think it's cool. Oh, an FAQ. What happens if you play with 2 Earth Sigils? Yeah, it'll activate twice. Yes. I understand. And finally, we have the Pure Voice Dragoon here, Dragoncraft Gold follower, 4play.34. Fanfare, if Overflow is active for you, choose, put either a Dragoon's Command or a Dragoon's Meditation into your hand. The classic, if Overflow is active for you condition. Dragoon's Command, 1 play point spell, put a Windblast Dragon and a Dragon into your hand. Enhance 10, summon them instead. 2 play points, Dragoon Meditation, restore 6 defense to your leader. That's a lot of defense. And this isn't so bad either. Getting both resources and the possibility to just get a 5/5 with Storm and a 5/5 normal on your board. More Storm consistency on top of Azidahaka here, or more longevity if you're just playing a bit more of a grinder Ramp Dragon game, which I think you can do now that we have Lyriel as well. So you're not too sad about just OTKs all the time. This could be a thing. In normal Ramp Dragon, maybe it sees some competition in the middle slots. Although, does Dragon really have anything that's better than this in the middle section? Not particularly, right? Especially in Mirabane and Lindworm, I think this replaces Oceanus for sure, and gives you just so much either more utility in terms of the healing, or just more resources, and not running out of gas, as well as being an okay body if you really need it on curve, which you probably wouldn't. You almost definitely just want this on Overflow just to get these amazing cards off of it. I think it's going to be really solid in Take 2 as well. Like, I didn't even think about the Take 2 implications of any of these cards. Like, this card is probably going to be a monster in Arena. And, yeah, I dig it. And I think that's it for the cards revealed on the Twitter. We'll take a look again in a couple days when more of the cards are revealed before the mini comes out. Tell me what you think about the cards in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Was I right? Was I wrong? What are your takes? That's it for this video. Like it if you did, don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Shadowverse content in the very near future. And of course, thank you to my wonderful patrons. Patreon.com/Ignideus. If you'd like to support the channel as well, I would highly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.